Well, here it's the generator, and as you see, this is only with regular distilled water, also known as battery water. You see, it's really good. It's really good. And here are the plates. It's plus minus, plus minus, plus minus, and I'm gonna show you why I'm doing this in that way without neutral plates. I finally got the water to pump around all right. I had to change the expansion tank because the old one was leaking, or there was something wrong with it. But however, this is a bigger one, so I think this will work pretty good all right. So yeah, and as you can see, the gauges, the battery is almost out in this booster pack. So yeah, so it's pretty good resistance, and I think if I take this one away and put it right on here, you can see it's shortcut 0.0. So, but this is pretty good. 1.88. This will produce hydrogen without any mixture of electrolyte. I can assure you that. The question is how much I can produce without using electrolyte. Can I drive a car without using electrolyte? I hope so. I don't like potassium hydroxide, but I use it if I have to. And this generator is built up with, I made those, it's polycarbonate, and those lines, they are tracks that I made with a table saw. And all those, they are pushed into these tracks from the side. If you wonder about all the silicone, it's just a protection, extra security. This one is glued with epoxy. Why? Because epoxy could stand against the potassium hydroxide. That's why I did this. I also glued all the hoses as an extra security. You can't have a leakage. It can be dangerous. And this one, I'm gonna change this one. This is just temporary. I used a filling can, tap to filling can, because I didn't have the right hose for this, and I really wanted this to try this. But now everything is working. It's producing, it's not producing hydrogen, but the water is flowing around, as you can hear. And this pump, it pumps like 17 liters per minute. It's quite all right. I think it's enough for my use. So, well, I'm gonna show you one more thing, and that's why I use plus minus configuration without neutral plates. Okay, I'll show you. This is my cell. This is plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, and so on. Between those cell plates there will be the same voltage as I put into my screws. In normal cases they use the car battery directly to the generator, and that means it's gonna be 12 volts in those two screws. But the problem is that if you put 12 volts in here, it will boil the water. That's too much voltage for the hydrogen process. You need to have like 2.2, 2.0 volt is perfect. So I put 2 volts here, between here. And that means I'm gonna get 2 volts here, 2 volts here, 2 volts here, and so on. And I regulate the ampere, so that I have a thing to control. Okay, that's my way of doing this. Because if I do like this, the resistance will be better with this configuration. If I, instead of this, doing the normal way of doing a hydrogen generator drycell, they use like this: 1 plus and 1 minus here, and then they put neutral plates between. We put a neutral plate there, okay, and we put 12 volts in this between those points. Yeah, what will happen now? If this is exactly at the same distance between here and here, if it's in the middle, it would be 6 volts here, 6 volts between the gaps. But that's too much, so you put all these neutral plates, and it will divide the voltage between here and here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those will be at 2 volts, 2 volts, 2 volts, 2 volts, 2 volts, 2 volts, approximately. But then you start the car, and suddenly you got like maybe 16 volts. Oh, that's not good, because this voltage will rise and you will get boiling water and cooling problem. And that's why this system is better, and also because this system needs to have much more electrolysis, because you need to get the power to travel through here, and this will be at least 1.5 millimeters each. So this is 3 millimeters, 6 millimeters, 7.5 millimeter. No, I'm counting like a moron. 3 millimeters, 6 millimeters, 9 millimeters. Almost a centimeter. And that will make you lose a lot of power in the process. So you need to have lots of potassium hydroxide or another electrolyte. And I want to don't have an electrolyte in my machine. That's why I do this configuration. Okay. If you want to put if you have a drycell and you put the multimeter between here and here, it will show the voltage you put in divided into 6. So if you put 12 volts in, you will have 2 volts between here, and if you put the multimeter between here and here, you will have 4 volts. That's the way the drycells work normally. But as I said, I like my cell better. This beast, this almost 3 square meters beast, 3 square meters of stainless plates. Oh my god, this will really work. One last thing before we end this session. I'm gonna take a resistance test in pure or not so pure water from the kitchen. We tried this before, and I can say we put this water from our tap in the kitchen. We put it in a test. We sent it to a test. What do you call it? A test agency, and they tried the water and specified what was in it, and it was a lot of shit like chloride and fluoride and other shit. So it's not that pure, but I use distilled water in the generator. But I'll show you how. If I put this, okay, I'll do like this so you see everything. Okay, now you see there's something happened on the multimeter. Yeah, you can see. But now if I put the side, you see it will be much less. The more I put the side, the less it will show in the display. So in my cell, oh, I touched the stainless plate, and of course, but if I do like this, it should be the same, it should be low, because I put almost, so you see, on the side. But if I just dip the nose, it won't show much. It will show almost unreadable. Yeah. Okay, now you have seen that thing. That's a resistance test in Swedish tap water. Contaminated tap water. We shouldn't drink this shit, actually, but we are, so, but I think it's probably better than it's in some parts of USA, because as I heard, they put in a lot of fluoride in your water. Okay. Thanks and goodbye.